Hello everybody, I've decided to make a new mould. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, then welcome to mess and messing up and trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So, I have a horse with a rider on the back, and as you can see, the mould, well, the casing I want to put the creature in to make a mould is not tall enough, so I'm having to think about how to make it a bit taller. So I raise it up with a glue gun, just a little bit more, and it still wasn't high enough. Now this silicone, I've not used this silicone before, but I liked it. I did like it. It may not have worked out properly, but I liked it. And it was only £5, and it was only small bottles, but I must have made one, two, I'd say three moulds out of it. And when I say small bottles, I mean small. But yeah, I got three moulds out of it. Four if you count the fact that I put two in one. Yeah, so four. Um, this horse and rider, I wanted to use it on a project, only I wanted it stood up really. So this is not the way I wanted it to come out, because I want to do miniatures, but the stuff I've only got one of. So if I want to keep reusing them, I need to have more. Uh, it's a one-to-one silicone, and you mix it. This is all sped up, so I did mix it slowly. And the rider and the horse is heavy enough not to float. Now, I made sure I mixed all around the sides and there was no streaky lines or anything like that. It's, like I said, it's really good silicone. It's very soft and squishy. So I think I will definitely be buying more of this. I just wish I could find it in a bigger bottle because I've got lots of things I want to make. I pour it in really slowly. Um, it looks like I just dumped it in, but I haven't. And I'm letting it just fill up. And I noticed that you could see it still. Well, what I hadn't noticed is that I had put his head towards the edge a bit too close. So, I do make it too thin there. And you can see I've got quite a lot left, so I have to quickly think on my feet here. I'm blowing it to get rid of the bubbles. Just with my mouth, just blow. And it's popping the bubbles lovely. Really good. I did use not a torch, a lighter on it as well later. There, lighter. And that got rid of a load of bubbles. But every now and again, I just kept on blowing it. It was brilliant. Degassed itself really, really well. So again, I'm definitely going to buy this, and I will put a link in the bottom. Now this one, I was silly and put two things in that was really light. So I kept having to poke it down with a stick. And you can see that the silicone's actually thickening up as I'm doing it, but I was doing this for ages. Obviously, I've sped this bit up too because you did not want to be watching me faff about with a stick trying to get it all to stay down. Well, eventually it got thick enough for me to stop doing that. I must have been doing it for about half an hour. I got the tape, I just put tape on this one, electrical tape. I'm not using that other tape ever again, honest. But the electrical tape's brilliant. But daft me wrapped it round the metal egg shape. It's a cookie cutter, and didn't realise that I needed to be able to pull the actual silicone out. So I had to rip the tape apart a lot, but it made no difference to the silicone mould. It was brilliant. So once I got it out, these are the ones I'd put in the little suitcase and a dog. Now, I'm having to use this resin to fill in this mould. I'll pull this one out, and the top, no, the bottom isn't dry yet, so I had to leave it for a while. So I thought I'd do the oh, and this glue, I'm gonna keep it and make a pond out of that or something. But you can see the detail inside of the suitcase and the dog, and I've took them out and they're clear, and you can barely see them. My camera's not that great, but you can see the detail, the little labels on the suitcase. I think that's brilliant. So I just painted them blue on the bottom so you can try and see them a bit more. Um, you still can't really see it very well, but believe me, the detail is there, it's bang on. So when this was dry, I started cutting out the bits that I needed to cut out. I probably cut too much off, but you can see at the top that the, the sword, wherever it's supposed to be on the soldier, is way too close to the top. But I rectify that. Electrical tape, just put it round. It wasn't split, so don't get me wrong, it hadn't split. It was just weaker than the rest of it. So I didn't want it to split, so I put the tape on just to make sure. And I'm cutting it out, and I do fast forward this or just skip ahead because you don't want to be watching me cutting things out. It's boring, really boring. But I found it really tricky around the legs. This is why I wanted it stood up rather than laid down. So I will be doing this one again when I get some more silicone, because it is really good, soft. You don't have to faff about with it too much. But this is where I'd actually thought I was recording, and I wasn't. So I took it out. But there's my tape, look. It's holding it. It's not split, it's just keeping it reinforced. But I made a boo-boo. I mean, this resin is absolutely rubbish. You have to do the thinnest layers, and I mean super thin. And you have to do lots of layers, lots of layers, lots of layers. And you can't put any colour in it because it's just absolutely dire. And yeah, his legs weren't on. Because what did I forget to do? Put my pokey tool down the holes to make sure the resin went through. So yeah, the horse is absolutely fantastic, but it's legless. But there is lots of detail on the actual horse. You see, I wanted a full horse, so it does need to be stood. But I can use this. I can have it in mud or something on a diorama, if that's the word I'm looking for. So it should work really well. I'm hoping to do it again, but it's not going to be hard to figure it out. It's soft and squishy and easy to take things out. And the next one I did had better legs because I did it right. But thank you for watching.